Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 19 with me, MrSealyp. Another Friday rolls around. It's the 12th of March. We have a load of new mods and we have a few updates. The updates are as follows. According to the website, Mishamp map by ErikFS has had an update. The TLX 9000 Rigid Series by 82 Studio, and I've just suddenly realised I've recorded and edited the video. And I think possibly part of the update to that might be the addition of Livestock trailer section. Maybe. The Eurospand pack by CaveModding, part of that update is new to console, so we'll be having a look at that. The JCB Fast Track 8000 by Shardy. The Big Sheep Shed by SNModding. Seasons Geo Upper Austria by Z84, as Seasons Geo Central Bohemia, also by Z84, have all had updates today. Directly in front of me we have got the Manure plates. These are by Daniel X321, 7.16 megabytes download. 5 slots each. There are 2 of these. There's a 9x9 and a 12x12. These aren't auto filling or anything like that. I put that in there myself. Just a flat plate with a corner back to it so you can pile your manure up, or well, whatever you want to do. It is a manure plate, but you don't have to do manure if you don't want to. These were under miscellaneous. 3,500 for the 9x9, 4,500 for a 12x12. You place them and you put your stuff on them. That's by Daniel X321. Next, we've got these, the Vehicle Workshop Ramps. 3.34 megabytes download. These say they are seasons ready. 5 slots. It's by JM2. It's a workshop trigger with some ramps. Nice bit of detailing on there. These you'll also find under miscellaneous. 2,000 to buy. Slot count drops down from 5 to 1 for any subsequent one you buy. When we click on that, it gives us our options. Customize, repair, and sell. There you go. By JM. Did I say JM2 or JMZ? JMZ, sorry. Next, we've got the Brick Garage by Max. 5.85 megabytes. Seasons ready. 6 slots. Large brick construction. Lean-to over the side. Main door opens. We do have lighting inside. Please work. There we go. A long garage. Under sheds. 20,000 to buy. Slot count drops down from 6 to 1 for any subsequent one. The next one we're going to look at is actually right next to it, so might as well look at it in here as well. The Big Garage. This is 5.04 megabytes download. It's this season's ready. 5 slots. There says 1 there because I've already placed one. This is by Simsoniarz. And it's this one just here. 4 opening doors. Lighting on the inside. We have 2 light switches. One does the lights this end. And one does the lighting this end. Then we have a side storage area here that's accessed from the inside here. Nicely made, nicely detailed, plenty of room. Very nice indeed. That's by Simsoniarz. Next, we've got the large farm workshop. This is 34.3. Was it just 34? 34 megabytes download. Seasons ready. This is by CaveModding. It's 37 slots for the main building, and inside the main building, I do like these doors, we've got a ramp. Now this does also come with a separate ramp that you can place wherever you like. The ramp on its own is 5 slots. There's a bit of a drawback to this one, unfortunately, but I'll show you in a minute. Very nicely detailed, good texturing, like the brickwork on the outside. Door in. We do have lights at this end that do work. Like that. For some reason, I couldn't get the office door to work earlier either. That's weird. Upstairs though, we've got a little bit here that overlooks the workshop area, so you can come and watch your MOTs being done. And then we've got the kitchen to the side. Yeah, the kitchen one opens, but for some reason the office one, that giant smug's there. If we go back downstairs, I'm going to try that door one more time. Come on, there we go. Oh, there we go. Office in here. Security cameras everywhere, just in case. Really nice detailing on this. So, here we've got the lift. We can raise and lower it from here. So your inspection and or repair lift. That's going to become more relevant in just a moment. We have a light switch over on that wall. There's a light switch over on this wall. If I can get it to work, there we go. So I don't open and close the doors. And then we've got the trigger here for the workshop, which is fine. Downside, the trigger, as you can see, is here that sticks right out. So if you've got larger vehicles, you can pull them up and still get it to work. These are like the old sort of dyno things where you put your wheels on and you can spin them up. But the problem is, if you put something up on the ramps, when you click on this here, it doesn't register the vehicle, which for me, it kind of defeats the purpose of it. I mean, I suppose you can have this as, like I say, you can have this as an inspection ramp. I'll even leave the vehicle right back here, just in case. You're just going to work now. But if you are going to do some repair work, we want to get underneath your vehicle. So it does work, it does go up. If I click on it now, it's not registering the vehicle. The vehicle has to be in this trigger. So, yeah, I'm in kind of two minds over that. It's not a pity, that's the wrong way of putting it, because it's really nice. The rest of it's really cool. I like all of that. I just think if that extended a bit further and took in the lift as well, that would probably be all it would take, really, I suppose. When you do drop these, as is often the case, we do get a bit of that. It does drop in a second. And we can open the doors this side to drive through and out. And this one is exactly the same. The trigger comes up to here. And if you put something up on the lift, it won't necessarily work. Now, can this be placed inside other buildings? I haven't actually tried. I don't know whether it's more of an external thing. You might be able to put a lean-to over or something. I honestly haven't tried installing it into another building at all. But potentially, let's turn the lights off. Close those doors. Maybe not. There we go. So this you'll find under miscellaneous. The workshop is 40 grand to buy. Slot count drops down from what I said was 37 down to 2, and the vehicle lifter is 15 grand. Slot count goes from 5 down to 1. That's by CaveModding. Next, we've got wooden barns. There are 2 wooden barns in this. This is by Krycho. 10.15 megabytes download. Season's ready. 16 slots for the first one. 12 slots for the second one. Again, nicely detailed. I know I say it all the time, but you know, sometimes you do get buildings that are a bit plain. I will often say, you know, it's a bit plain or it's a bit flat or the textures, you know. But most of the stuff we've had recently, you know, detailing's nice, texturing's good. This doesn't have lighting inside it. Drive-through doors. But we do have to the side here, if I press circle. Come on, work. Why is that one only working now? Oh, that's weird. We can add or remove these sections for putting things in. So if we want to put vehicles in there or crops or whatever, we can add or remove there. Got a door the other side, also a drive-through. And then the second barn in this pack has the doors that open here. I do like these ones that are kind of the sort of slatted look where they're not quite joined up and you can see the light through. Don't know, I like that. And again, we can just press in circle. Come on. We can remove that partition if we want to, just there. With a little lean-to just on the side. So by Krycho, these are under sheds. The wood barn, the first one's 15 grand and the second one is 12 grand to buy and place. Next up we've got this one here. This is the domestic foil tent with tomatoes. It's by Viczian modding. It is 4.64 megabytes download, 6 slots on console. This is a domestic one, as in it would be something you would put up in your garden, little polytunnel, rather than a kind of market garden, the larger ones that, I don't know, it's domestic anyway. Manure goes into this one here. Water trigger is just here. You need the water before the plants will grow. The door does open. There we go. So you can go in and check your plants. Now this is one of those ones that once you've got your water and your manure in, it will pay per hour. This will pay 65 on hard, 43 on normal, and 19 on easy. They're strange prices. I'm not quite sure why. Yeah, 65, 43 and 19. The manure will hold 3,500 litres. The water will hold 2,500 litres. And it does say not seasons ready on this one, specifically not seasons ready. Also under miscellaneous placeables. Full tank with tomatoes, 17,500 to buy. And then you go from there. Very nice. By Viczian modding. Next we've got the grain silo. This is by R.Mihail. It is 7.01 megabytes download, 11 slots on console. It will hold 200,000 litres and it is a standard silo, regular crop type. It's not multi-fruit or anything like that. We open up this section here to tip into it. Now I couldn't get the lights to work, the usual thing. I don't know if it's just there for aesthetics. I came at this from all different angles, so I don't know if there is any lighting, if it does come on at all. This door doesn't open either, but you put into the silo here, you take out of the silo around the sides here. Texturing and weathering on the brickwork's really nice. Close that, stop the rain getting in. This you'll find, just turn that off. Under silos, 180,000 to buy, 200,000 litre capacity. Slot count will drop down from 11 to 1. Next, right, we are on to, this is a pack. So this is the Cow Farm Pack by Camelos 0397. There are 3 items in this pack. We've got the shed, we've got a small open shed for cows and a larger one. We'll have a look at all 3. The shed, very nice, this one with the detailing and the texturing and weathering. I like it a lot. If I open the doors up, you can store in this, but it is also a workshop trigger as well. The trigger section is here, and if we open this side door, please open. The trigger is just in there. So we do have workshop, but like I say, there's plenty of room at the back, so you can put other things in here as well. We do have lighting. The light switch was here. There we go. So that's the first item in this pack. Actually, I'll show that first because that comes separately. So this is on, you'll find this one under sheds. 18,000 to buy. Slot count on the shed is 24, which will drop down to 2. So next we've got the open cow shed. There are actually 2 of these, but they look the same. One will take 20 cows, one will take 40 cows. They're 22 slots each. This entire pack is 27.23 megabytes. I said it was by Camelos 0397, didn't I? Gate opens this end. It's a little bit slow to open, but then when it does, it's like a rocket ship. Now, triggers I found on this were a little bit finicky, personally. The water trigger is just here. The feed trigger does extend out. It was just a little bit awkward. I kind of went in here to get it to work. It can work from the outside. It was just a little bit finicky. Your dialog box is here for buying, selling, loading or unloading. This gate does open. Although I have noticed these have been frozen like that since I installed it. The cows got to this end, and rather than the script where they turn around and go back, they just froze in place. Possibly needs an update or a bit of a tweak. Slurry point is there. Milk trigger is just there, and your straw bedding goes in this trigger here. It does extend inside, so if you want to go in to do it, you can if you want to. So we have got the slurry point, and the manure is actually inside. Where was it? I found it earlier because I suddenly thought, oh, you are going to have to muck it out. Did I go past it? I am officially losing my mind. It was definitely in here. There it is. Manure's on the inside, so you have to muck it out. So that's the open one. And then the larger one, so that's 20 or 40. This will hold 300. This is a much larger proposition. You're going to need a big, open, flat expanse. But again, on all three of these, really nice texturing and modelling and stuff. They look really, really good. Dialog box on this one is here for your 300. That does open, sort of sliding barrier to the side, which is rather nice. I think these ones open, yeah. This middle section doesn't, which I thought was a bit peculiar, but I mean, it's not the end of the world, is it? If we go down the centre section here, from here forwards, and once I backed in, weirdly, although the trigger is marked back there, I backed in just about here and the trigger came up to unload. So for your total mix ration, hay, straw, silage, that kind of thing, the trigger's there for feed. So the side here is where your manure will appear. Here is your slurry. Again, very nicely detailed. I meant to close that. Yeah, they've all frozen in place as well. It seems they touch a wall and they kind of freeze. Now, there's a trigger right the way in here, which I thought was the bedding trigger, and I panicked a little bit because I was struggling to work out to get something in here. That said, the water trigger was just here, and I found when I brought the straw over, I got to about here, and the trigger came up for straw. So water, straw, slurry, manure, feed in here. Where was the milk? Was that the other end? Did I miss that? Am I losing my mind? There we go. Milk there. Now it's going to work. Right. I was trying to work out where the lighting was. There we go. So the lights are all on inside. As per usual, I went around the entirety of the inside of the barn trying to look for a light switch. Of course, it's not on the inside. It's on the outside just here. So if we check into our menu and we scroll across, you will see the big cow barn. I've only got 19 in it. Now I'm at 99% productivity with just total mixed ration. I haven't had to put hay, silage, hay pellets or grass as well. I managed to achieve it just by that. You've seen where everything else comes out. And the same with the cows black and white in the other one. So these you will find under animal pens. So we've got the open cow barn for 20 is 55,000. The open cow barn for 40 is 56. I mean, in all honesty, the question could be raised, why would you go for the 20 when for an extra 1,000 you've got double the capacity? I don't know, maybe you only want to run 20, it's up to you. And then the big cow barn there is 155 grand slot counts. On the big cow barn is 35, but that will drop down to 2 when you've placed your first one. So yeah, quite a lot of different points. It's just really nicely made, this one. Yeah, by Camelos 0397. Next we have the KUHN PZ 280F front mower. This is 3.56 megabytes download. It is 6 slots on console. And it's by Puszkap. Sorry, I've just realised. The cow farm pack, did I say, was 27.23 megabytes in total to download, and it is seasons ready. Sorry. Right. Sorry, back to this. 6 slots by Puszkap, 3.56 megabytes download. You'll find it under tools and mowers. Just there. 90 horsepower required, 3.2 meters wide. Mowers cut grass. No options available. You get that. I'm sure you've probably seen a front mower used before. Unfold for operation. Turn it on. And away we go. The KUHN PZ 280F by Puszkap. Next, we're going to do... Actually, we'll do this one. While we're here, we might as well. We'll do those, and then we'll come back for the other ones. This is the Cultivator NVFT 72 disc by SM Farm. It is 9.07 megabytes download, 6 slots on console. Now, when you first see it like this, you think, oh, it opens out. It doesn't. It kind of twists. It's a pity, because I thought that's going to be a massive disc arrow, but unfortunately it's not. Very nicely made, very nicely detailed. This you'll find on the disc arrows. 56 grand to buy, 7.1 meters wide, requires 205 horsepower and will run at 15 miles per hour. So that is one thing compared to a lot of the others who run at 12s, 10s. This will run at 15, so it's a little bit faster. What we do, don't know why I'm so far away, is we hook up. So from this position, what you want to do is R1, right stick, down, unfold the whole lot all the way down. What I would say to you is, your temptation to leave it in that position and then disconnect and come round because you've put the arm down. I tried it, the whole thing just flipped over completely, so you kind of want to put it on the ground like that first. I know that arm has already come up, but you have to disconnect like you're disconnecting the hoses, so you disconnect that first. I'm just thinking whether or not I needed to open it out first before, but we shall see. Hopefully we'll be okay. Now we hook up. Yep, so now L1 and circle, lower cultivator, opens the thing out for operation. So what you really want to do is be bringing this to the field across that direction towards the other tractor. And then we are quite merrily cultivating at 7.1 meters, but at 15 miles an hour. Yeah, it's an interesting one. I mean, when you kind of stop and look at it like that, the detail on everything to make it open and close and all the various different rams and things, yeah, it's cool. Very nice, that. I'm losing my mind. That's by SM Farm. Right, next we have got these. Now these were part of what said were updates for today. Part of the update was console release for this. What we have here is the Eurospand pack, but obviously then on console when it ports over, this is the OBE spreader pack. Either one. In the mod hub it says one thing and then here it will say something else. This comes with two spreaders. These do fertilizer and lime, and they come on a pallet. There's a 2,000 litre one and a 3,000 litre one. That's the 2,000, that's the 3,000. But it also comes with this as a separate unit. So you can have it 3-point link mounted on the back of your tractor directly there, or you can put it onto this kind of bed on the back. So if your tractor's 3-point link or it's too small, that kind of thing, you can trail it instead. Now there are a few different options for this as well. These tyres, oh thank you to everyone that commented about the conical tyres the other day for like rice fields and things like that. Much appreciated. Only downside to doing it on the trailer bit, on this back bit, is you actually have to lift it up to put it onto it. So with something with straps, one of the crane arms, those kind of things, the big bag handler, something like that, you can lift it up, and then with the trailer attached it will give you the option to attach or detach, but you do need to lift it. I tried to just back the trailer up to it and it just wouldn't work. You have to lift it up onto it, which is no big deal. The spreading widths on these are amazing. So this pack is 14.97 megabytes download, 5 slots for the 2,000 litre, 7 slots for the 3,000 litre and 9 slots for the trailer. We'll have a look at them in the store first and then we'll get onto the actual use of them. So the Zeus / Jolly, 20,000 to buy, 2,000 litre. The question then also becomes the Electra and Chrono is the same price, but a 3,000 litre. They do lime and fertiliser. Lime or fertiliser, they do both. Now you may argue, well, one does 18 meters, one does 24. Well, that's actually not the case. If we go and check the options, we can have main color, grey or red, design color, black or grey. That's for the top section. So this one at the moment is 1,400 litres. With the extension, it's 2,000. So the top section is grey. Design 1 and 2 is just the decal placement. So you can have it of Zeus or Jolly, whichever one you'd rather, whichever sounds more cool. Zeus. And then you've got work width. You can have 18 metre, 24 metre, 28 metre, or 36 metre. Now that can't be adjusted on the fly. You'd have to go back to a tool workshop, workstation, toolbox to adjust it, but you can adjust it all up to 36, which is very nice. The 3,000 litre one, same options on colour, same options on design. Extension goes from 1,800 litres up to 3,000. Same with design, changes the decals. Working width on this is 24 or 36. There's no options in between. So there's no 18, there's no 28, it's just a 24 or 36. So yeah, spreading options are pretty cool. Oh yeah. And the other bit is under miscellaneous. The trailed lifter, 10,000 to buy. As I said, 9 slots, that drops down to 1. You can have trailer attach type trailer or low trailer, standard wheels, wide tyres, or the iron wheels, depending on which you'd rather go for. So what we'll do is we'll hook up to this one. I think I set them, I might have set them both at 36 actually. We'll turn it on. That doesn't look like 36 to, well maybe it is. It's pretty wide. Now if I switch, so that will detach and attach the whole thing. If I press it again, notice that pops that back off and that's now onto a pallet. So that can be picked up with pallet forks or with straps or something like that. Put it in that position, and once it's in that position, this will come up, attach it, and it'll put it onto the trailer for you. What I will try and do, you shouldn't really, don't try this at home kids. It does fly off. I'll show you what I mean. Oh, the other thing you can do with this trailer as well is the trailer, and like I say, whichever wheel configuration you get it in, if I do L1, right stick side to side, we can actually bring that in. You probably want it wider when you're on the field, just to keep it more stable, but you can adjust the track on that. But if I back this up now, it won't just hook up, you do have to lift. You know, it would be nice probably, but I suppose it adds a little bit more to the realism of actually having to load it up. So yeah, you won't get anything to happen like that. What I will do though is disconnect that and just show you that you can, if you want, just directly hook it up to a 3-point link and run it like a normal one. Now that's interesting because that doesn't seem to be spreading out as far as the actual granules are going. So I'm wondering if that's wrong, you know. Maybe. Doesn't seem like 36 meters. Maybe it's not supposed to. I don't know. Anyway, it's on there. That's the Eurospand pack / OBE spreader pack by Black Eyes Modding. Right, next we have got these two over here. We've got the Samson SP1417 by 20 Farmers. We'd already have a standard one of these in game. This is 2.59 megabytes download, 5 slots on console. Now, obviously, we have got one of these in game already. The difference is with this, we can change the color configuration, and we've got a few more tire configurations. Capacity stays the same. Slot count stays the same. I think the standard one in game is 5. If we go to our manure spreaders, and you'll see the standard one there, the SP1417, 43,000 to buy, 140 horsepower required, 16,900 litre, 12 metres spread, 5 slots, and you can have it the SP14 at 13,600 and 17 at 16.9. So our module one here, 43,000, 140 horsepower, 16,900 litres, 12 metre spread width. Slot count is 5, which goes down to 1. Difference being on this one, we do have the option to change the colour if we want. Rim colour if we want. Then we've got Trelleborg, Nokian, Michelin, Mitre and back. Under Trelleborg, standard and wide. Under Nokian, just standards. Under Michelin, standard and wides. And under Mitre, standard and wides. And then we've got the option for the SP14 at 13,600 or the 17 with the extensions at 16,900. And what should happen? We open it up. I do like the animation on this one. There's a lot of the muck spreaders that have got some really cool animations when they unload. I do like the bit of tyre deformation there with the weight in it. You can see it kind of bulges at the bottom as well. I know that's nothing unusual. I just like it. I mean, in essence, it's the one that's in game already. It's just the options that we've been given extra. So does it spread any differently? No. Does it spread the manure any differently? No. But, you know, we can change it up if we want to. So that's the Samson SP14 17 by 20 farmers. Next we've got this. This is the Brantner TA 16053 or 16053. It is 13.63 megabytes download, 14 slots on console. This is by Pics by Bauer. It's an 18,000 litre trailer, I think. We have got some longer modded ones of these knocking about as well. Nicely made, nicely detailed. You'll find this under trailers. 18,000 litres, 33,000 for the base model. We can change the main colour to black or orange. Rim colour, silver or dark grey. I do like the silvery. That's my own personal preference. Configuration standard or extension. With the extension, it will still take all the crop types. It doesn't suddenly become a silage trailer. It will take all of them. So standard is 13,000 litres, and with the extension, it's 18. Wheel brand, Lizard or Trelleborg. Under Trelleborgs, we've got standards and wides. On this one in particular, I do like the Lizard tyres on those. I don't know why, just like the tread pattern on those. And those are your options. Lighting, grills over the lights as well. Unload, L1, R1 and triangle. I think we have a crane door option on this one as well. Yep. Don't know why I keep turning the lights on. So you go. The Brantner TA 16053 by Pics by Bauer. Next we have these. This is the Deutz D06 series by Bauer. It is 10.08 megabytes download, 10 slots on console. It's the same tractor, just different colours and a couple of different configurations. That one I went with the narrows and the it's probably more modern Deutz screen, although it looks a bit more faded. And then an older style, almost like a Fendt really as well, with the slightly larger tiles. That one's got front weights on it, that one hasn't. That one's got a double seat section. I say seats. It's just a little rack that sits over the wheel arch for someone to hang on to if they're going to ride along with you. I mean, that's in essence what it is. So under vehicles and small tractors, the D06 series, 17 grand for the base model. We can change the main colour to any one of those. Rim colour to any one of those. Then we've got configuration standard, all with a 200 kilogram weight. Those are the only two options on that. Then we've got Trelleborg, Michelin, and back again. Under Trelleborgs, we've got standards, wheel weights, wides, wide and weights, narrows, and back again. Under Michelin, we've got wides, wide and weights, and back again. Well, those are the tyre choices. And then we've got passenger seat no, yes on the left, yes on the right, or both. And then we've got engine setup, the D5206 at 52 horsepower, the 55 at 55 horsepower, the 62 at 62 horsepower, and a whopping 82 horsepower for the D6206 Plus. Lights, indicators, no beacons, horn, 3-point link on the rear, all the push rods for the steering. Very nice. First person, clean, crisp, tidy. There we go. That's very nice, that is. The Deutz D06 series by Bauer. Next we have got, we'll do this one next. It's just the order I've laid them out. We have got the Claas Dominator 106 by ErikFS. This is 33.52 megabytes download. 14 slots for the harvester. And this is where I'm baffled. I know there's probably more moving parts, but 14 slots for the harvester, 17 for the header. The price of this is pretty good. Capacity is up around the 7,000 mark. We can have it in regular Claas green, but it does come with an orange as well. Was that the North American colour Claas before they went kind of moved the whole fleet over to the green? I think potentially, if my memory serves me correctly. Nice looking model. Does the job at the end of the day. What else did I want to add about that one? Nothing. I think that was it. You'll find the harvester under harvesters. Now, if you look at the Claas pack, the Dominator 108 is 139 grand. This one, the 106, is 40,000. 7,500 litre capacity, which is amazing. 205 horsepower. Options available. The only thing we can do is change the colour. And then the header is under headers. The C510, 5.1 metre header. We'll run at 6 miles per hour. Yeah, 17 slots for the header. Strange, isn't it? But the colour can match, if you want to, with your harvester. Let's hop in. Do that again, so a bit closer. That's better. Horn. Lights. Beacon front and rear. Open it up. L1 and X. Got the winding handle there for the top section, as you can see that. Hook up the header. It does have a trailer hitch underneath. Although it doesn't, this one doesn't come with a header trailer. But still the moving sections. The sieves all moving underneath. If we can get a better view of that actually. Yeah. First person. It's very neat and tidy in here as well. Turn that off. There's no doors or windows or anything open on this one. But yeah, I think for the price and the capacity, pretty cool. I mean, you can swap out headers, I guess, as well, can't you? You haven't got to use that one if 17 slots is too high for you. But yeah, that's very nice indeed. Claas Dominator 106 by ErikFS, which brings me to, I think, the last of the mods for today and for this week. I realise this has been a slightly longer one. I mean, a lot of them have been this week because we had a lot of mods. We've got this, the TLX 48-foot livestock trailer by 82 Studio. Now, this is designed to mix and match with the TLX 9000, which is very nice anyway, but you don't have to. You can use any semi with this. It doesn't have to be this one. So these are big old livestock trailers. We have a few different options available on these. There's a European version, a couple of US versions, and an Australian version on this. As you can see, the siding on these is slightly different. We've got slightly different backs on them as well. But we do also have different lighting. As you can see, the chicken lights, you can have them, I think, at the bottom on their own, bottom and top. Capacity for this, now this doesn't take horses, but it will do. I did write it down somewhere. Cows 30, pigs 56, sheep 56. I don't know, I always think whenever I see any ones like these especially, I always think of Convoy, the film Convoy, with the call sign Pigpen. I don't know. it's always stuck in my head since being a small child. I have no excuse, I apologise. So, if we go along to animal transport. 21,500 for the TLX 48-foot livestock trailer. Not too expensive either, which is pretty good. As I said, 30, 56 and 56. It is 29.92 megabytes download, 19 slots on console by 82 Studios, Zanarco. We can change the rim colour to anything on that palette. We can change the main colour to anything on that palette, and as we know from the TLX from 82 Studios, loads of colour options available for these. Satins and chromes and sort of flatter colours as well. I say flatter, like standard colours. Design colour does the panels in between, like that. Then we've got the option for European, American 1, American 2. Actually, I've got the European, haven't I, and the American 2. Then we've got the Aussie / New Zealand, back to European. Wheel brand, hang on, no, up, there we go. So we've got stock wheels, lug covers, spike covers, tag axle, agro tyres, back to stock. Wheel setup standard, black centre cap, heavy duty, knock-ins, knock-in heavy duty, back to standard. Attachers, standard, or we can have a rear hitch on the back as well. Lighting, standard. Chicken lights low, all chicken lights, which puts them low and high. Yeah, just on the sides. Then floor style, inside we've got wood, or we can have metal. Metal's easier for hosing out. Wood sometimes tends to absorb, depends. Then folding mechanism. Folding mechanism. Door with ramp. Sliding door. I didn't go for the sliding door one, but the doors slide. Roll up door, back to door with ramp are your options. So as I say, with the TLX range, you can mix and match the colours, colour coordinate, do whatever you like. It's entirely up to you. What I do like about this one, the European style, is on the sides at the moment, the louvres are shut. If I do closed covers, what should be open, shouldn't it? L1 and left on the D-pad. That's cool. Get a bit of air in. Extend ramp, L1 and X. Push that down, those out, sides up for loading or unloading. Lots of lovely pigs' butts all facing this way. Store ramps. Does that. Chicken lights and lights all the way down the side and around the back. Turn those off. And I think with this one, this has just got a side, the roller door, hasn't it? I think I went for on this one. This one's got sheep in, I think, if I recall correctly. Lower roller door, L1 and X. With all our sheep inside. Now, I'm hoping I didn't miss anything with those. Hang on, lights. Was that lights inside? Or was that just lights shining back from the main cab? Just an ambient light in there. Oh yeah, so you can see the floor on this one. Didn't show you the floor on that one, did I? I meant to. So I think I went for wood floor on this one. Oh no, went for metal on both. Oh, apologies. Anyway, that's that. That's the TLX 48-foot livestock trailer by 82 Studio. That, I think, is it for the mods for today, for this week. Whatever you're going to do over the weekend, depending where you are in the world, depending where you are with regard to lockdown, etc. Have a lovely weekend. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. As always, thanks for watching.